Welcome to another episode of Entry Level Biblical Hebrew. This will be episode number 15. Rabbi, I call him teacher all the time. Gavriel Sanders is not available today because they have Hanukkah things that they've got pre-scheduled, and it's actually conflicting with the time. But as normal as possible, anytime we have a cancellation, I'll try to fill it with something else if possible, so that way you still get a show and get your fix for Tanakh Talk for the moment. Special guest today, sit tight. We will be right back. Welcome to Tanakh Talk. I'm your host, William Hall, broadcasting live out of Kingsland, Texas, USA, with another episode of Entry Level Biblical Hebrew. Coming to you as a special guest of honor today. That's right, you guessed it, Rabbi Stuart Federow. And the finger dance goes on. There we go. Don't let the screen confuse you. It'll all make sense in just a few minutes. So basically, I wanted to make sure, I'm trying to get it so I don't have to swap screens. So we're going to keep going from one to the next. I want to kind of keep it still. And so once your eyes adjust to all the activity, you'll know where to look for certain things. Okay, so Rabbi asked me where we were going today, and I honestly didn't have a clue, although it is coming to me as we go along. So last week, as a filler, I was not feeling good, heavily medicated, and I couldn't even remember probably about at least 3 or 4 of the letters. I couldn't even remember how to draw them. That's how long it's been since I've actually...
I will tell you that for me, Hebrew grammar, I took 3 semesters of nothing but biblical Hebrew grammar in college.
Did it help you?
Oh, enormously.
Okay.
Absolutely. But the problem with that, it was years ago, and so...
That's funny.
I don't want to tell you how many. It was years ago.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Very nice.
I'm not sure I'll remember all the grammatical rules either, but we'll limp along.
And we may not even get to all of that. One thing, I'll tell you what, I do want to go over, and this is going to be, I would still call this entry level, and it may not be, but I think it is.
Okay.
So because I learned about 3 or 4 years ago, I learned the alphabet and the vowels and how to pronounce and actually it was longer ago. It was probably closer to 5 years ago, because by that time I was already able to read only by studying word for word, 6 verses. Mm-hmm. But I would take those verses, verse 1 through 5 or 6 or 7, depending on how long they were, and one word at a time, and parse it out with prefixes, suffixes,
That's
conjunctions.
All I did for 3 semesters.
See, that's going to be great.
Horrible.
That's okay though. So, but I think it's fascinating. Like Mashlomcha, it's all written all together like it's one word, but that chaf sofit at the very end is not part of the word. That's a suffix.
Right.
Basically
so the
meaning
first thing
you.
have to do is understand what's the root, what are the prefixes, what are the suffixes, eliminate prefix, eliminate suffix, take what you have and work on that, and then add in later.
So you may end up with only 2 consonants. You may have 3, and there are larger words. Yeah, for the root
usually
word.
3, sometimes 2, sometimes 4.
Gotcha.
Usually 3.
Gotcha. So I think what would be fun today, because we're not going in any certain order,
right?
And since we're on this topic,
mm-hmm.
I would like to think of a good word we can use that can have interchangeable suffixes and prefixes, and just kind of discuss that. For me that was a fun stage in learning, because once I learned some patterns,
right? Patterns,
like the letter tav in the beginning is like a directed, like do this or
right. Hebrew is the easiest language on planet Earth, especially biblical Hebrew, because it has to follow certain rules.
Okay.
And even when it doesn't follow the rules, it follows other rules.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's just very systematic. It's very phonetic. It's very, it follows the rules is the best way to put it.
Okay.
So if you understand the rules, you can understand Hebrew. You can understand modern Hebrew. You can understand conversational Hebrew.
Right.
So it's just
gotcha.
Acquainting yourself with the rule and then practicing and drilling yourself on the application of those rules.
Right. Gotcha.
Yep.
So, so what would be a good word that's easy, that we could write?
You're asking me. Let's see.
Like, as an example, while you're thinking of something, if you can think while I'm talking, I don't know if you can or not. But that word I mentioned, ma shlomcha, how are you? But it's masculine.
Let's start with that. So.
Okay, yeah, they can see you. Okay, good.
Ma.
Right.
Okay.
Now that does look like a nun sofit. You probably should link in that top. There you go. Okay, good.
Are you criticizing my handwriting?
Sorry, my bad.
Like every teacher I've ever had on planet
Hey,
Earth?
was that right though? Would that look like a nun sofit?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. So that's a great point right there. So with so of course the root word here, they will most of them already know.
So the first thing you do is you get rid of your suffixes. Now
or
let's
prefixes
talk
too.
about suffixes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Okay. You would have. I already didn't leave myself room. I should have left myself room. So let's okay. Let's start another page.
Yeah, just flip
When
the
in
page.
doubt, waste paper.
Right.
All right.
There you go.
So let's take. I don't know how large.
It's big enough for them to see it. I can actually put it full screen. Let's do that.
2 lines or
Let me put it on.
one line?
You decide when you see this. Look, Rabbi, look at the screen. That's big enough. Yeah.
You sure that's big enough?
I should do 2 lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll do this. How's that?
They get the gist of it.
Okay, and we'll do this like that.
Okay.
Okay. So then you're going to have things that go on the end of the word. Remember, if we read right to left,
right,
then it goes on the end if it's a suffix.
Okay, very good.
Prefix would be the word, before the word, which would go here.
Okay.
So shalom, peace, would be my peace. Yud.
Okay. Shlomi.
Shlomi.
Okay.
Okay. Shlomcha, which would be
your peace, masculine.
Okay. Shlomech, which is going to look the same thing here, except you're going. Remember, you've got the. Okay, let's put it in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mem here, mem here. It's going to be.
Yeah, because the mem.
Shlomech.
Got it. Right.
Okay. It's going to be.
So the way you determine that, just to let most of you know, would be the context of the sentence. So if you don't have the context of the sentence and you're trying to tell, if you're spelling it, you have to kind of use the vowels, because without context, you don't know if you're talking to a girl or a boy.
Well, no, you have to use the vowels in this context because there is no context. So there's nothing.
Right.
All right.
Gotcha.
So shlomi, my shalom.
Right.
Shlomcha, your shalom.
Okay.
Said to a male.
Okay.
Said to only one male.
Right.
Singular.
Oh, okay. Pause. Now I get to ask you a question.
Okay.
How do you make that plural male?
Okay.
On that one word.
And again,
Shalom?
let's go down here.
Okay.
So again, remember that you still have the
right.
For all of these. Right.
Right.
Okay. So for plural, it would be shalom. Chem.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yes.
Okay.
I do remember that now. Yeah.
Shlomo, his piece.
Right.
Shalom chem.
Their piece.
Or
y'all's piece.
Your piece, but plural.
Y'all.
You plural, like y'all.
Yeah.
Like okay. See, I grew up in the Ozark Hillbilly. No, it's very important.
That's awesome.
It's very important. I grew up in the Ozark Hills of Southwest Missouri.
Okay.
And we didn't say y'all, we said you all.
Oh.
So there's you and there's you all.
Gotcha.
Accents on the first syllable, you all.
Interesting.
Not you all, but you all.
Right, I see. Okay.
So, but what if you're talking I should have skipped down, so it's no longer in order.
It doesn't have to be in order, does it?
But okay, what if you're talking to a bunch of women?
Shalom
chen.
Shalom chen, yeah.
Okay.
Like a chicken and hen, but
that's right.
hen, yeah.
Okay.
Hen. Oh yeah.
Placing the right vowels
Right.
I'm also rusty on.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm pretty good with that, but
Then there is their peace. Okay. Shlomam.
shalom. What about shalomim?
Shlomam.
What is shalomim?
That would be this plural. Pieces.
Pieces.
P-E-A-C-E-S.
Shalom.
There was peace
Okay.
between 51 and 52. There was peace between 60 and 67. So there are different pieces.
Now,
Times
if you
of
did,
peace.
now would
I'm not sure that's a word.
is
but
there
okay.
a such word as shalom nu, like hours?
Yes.
That-
Okay.
that
Well,
is
should
actually
have
a-
gone up here.
Okay, so
Okay. Slow. Now we're around. Shlom.
let me move this up.
Uh,
Oh, wrong one. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to move this up for people to see better. Don't worry, fear not, my little
Shlomenu, I
peeps.
think.
Oh, Shlomenu. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a vowel shift, right?
It's
Gotcha.
our piece.
Pro webcam 20.
Okay.
There we go. And put that right over here.
Now
So
let me show you something. And I'm
Okay.
gonna scribble like this
Okay.
to
Good.
show. Okay. So now you have the same shalom.
Okay.
Okay. Why do I do that every time? Okay. Shalom. Can you even see that, or is
Yep.
it too small?
Yeah, you kind of crunched it on that
Okay,
one.
here.
There you go. It's better.
Okay. You use the word shlomim,
Mm-hmm.
the plural of peace. Pieces, but not like pieces of 8 or sections of a large thing,
Right.
but periods of peace, let's say.
Right. Oh, there we go.
Okay,
That
I'm
makes
not
sense.
sure that there's a word pieces, but you get
I'm
my
thinking
thing.
that. Yeah, I
Okay.
see what you mean.
So we had here we had Shlomo,
Okay.
right?
Yep. Like Shlomo HaMelech.
Shlomo, which is Solomon.
Solomon, right?
Shlomo. Okay. But what if you had the word Shlomim, plural of shalom,
Okay.
pieces? Like I said, I'm not sure that's a real word.
Right.
And you wanted to make it his pieces.
Yeshlom, right? Put a yud in front, prefix.
No.
Oh.
It wouldn't be a prefix because that would be future tense. Prefix.
Oh.
I'll show that in a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you've got shlom, im, except don't put the mem. Shlomav.
Oh, how
This
about
becomes
that?
sounded. There's no vowel put there.
Shlomav. How about
Shlomav.
that? Like Bimrumav.
Exactly.
Same exact
okay,
concept.
so let's take that word now. That's
Okay.
a very good example.
Okay,
See,
cool.
now we're thinking of words. Okay. Beam, row, mauve. Okay.
Oops.
Beam, row, mauve. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. So you now have the prefix. Okay, let's talk about prefixes. What am I missing?
Okay. Prefixes.
Bet, cough, lamed, mem. B, in or with.
With, yeah.
Cough is as
Right,
or like.
Right.
Lamed is to or for or of.
Or undo, yeah.
And mem is from or as a result of.
Like Minharetz from the earth. Right.
Yes, but the way you stated it as a separate word.
Min.
So
Oh. Okay, yeah. I see what you mean.
mean,
Oh, yeah, I did. You're right. Right.
how do you?
How about Migdash?
I always get this mixed up.
That's okay.
I
How about
think
like
that's right.
Beit HaMikdash? So Mikdash.
Mikdash. Hey, thank you.
Oh, hey, there we go. Cool.
Okay,
Ha means
so hey
the.
is the.
Vav
It's the definite article, as we call it in English
and a
grammar.
and a vav.
Do what?
A vav prefix.
Is a yes, and or with
Right.
or but or any. It's a conjunction word.
So context will point to what it means.
Well,
right.
Yes, but.
Yes, vav.
Yes, vav. Okay. Now remember, vav doesn't mean but.
Okay.
It's a prefix that you have to figure out what it's using.
It's usually
Okay.
and most of the time.
Almost always it's and.
Yeah.
But you have to think about things.
Okay.
There's a prayer that we recite on at the end of services, which is called the Aleinu. And there's a line that is said out loud, Va'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. But it starts with va'anachnu. It doesn't mean and we, it means but we.
Cool.
The problem is that if you have the word but we do this,
That means there's
it means
something
there's something
missing.
that came before it. That line was censored out of the Jewish prayer book by the church,
Wow.
because even though it was written before Christianity was invented, Christianity thought that it actually referred to Christianity. The line was Hein mishtachavim lehebel v'reik umit palalim el lo yoshia. They bowed down to nothingness and emptiness and pray to a God that cannot save them. It's a reference to idolatry. It's not a reference to Christianity per se. It's a reference to idolatry before Jesus was even born.
Right.
I have to go look at the history, but I'm pretty sure it predates the birth of Jesus.
Right.
But later in history, Christianity thought that it was a reference to Christianity, and they forced the Jews to censor that out. So the whole sentence is, they bowed down to emptiness and nothingness and worship a God who cannot save them, but we bowed down to the King of Kings, the Holy One, praise be He.
Now I thought there was a word for but, aval.
Yes, but. Yes, but.
Nicely played.
But the word aval is, I don't know what to call it grammatically.
Okay,
It's
don't
more
worry
of an
about it.
objection than it is a conjunction.
Okay.
Okay, aval, you wouldn't, and remember, this is archaic Hebrew.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's you.
okay, so in or with, and by the way, that's prepositions are weird from one language to another.
Okay.
In English, we would say, I hit the nail with a hammer. If you said, I hit the nail with a hammer in Hebrew, literally saying it that way, im patish, or whatever, it's Hanukkah, Maccabee, then people might look at you funny. Okay, because the preposition that you use in Hebrew, if you translated it into English, you would be saying, I hit the nail in a hammer.
Right.
Okay, which makes no sense in English.
Right.
So prepositions are dependent upon the language in which they are used, and certain verbs will have certain prepositions, and if you use in that language a preposition other than the preposition that goes with that verb, people may understand what you're trying to say, but they're going to look at you funny.
Gotcha. Right.
Okay.
Right. Very good.
So going back to this, okay, you had shlomav, meaning his pieces, okay, and I'm going to put P-E-A-C-E, and then for that word, it's P-E-A-C-E-S. I don't even know if that's a word.
Okay.
Multiple
Right.
periods of peace or something
Right.
like that. So the Yud Vav, okay, Novel,
Right.
okay, Shlomav, okay.
I got a word I want you to express. I mean, I know how to do it myself, but I think it's fun, a fun word to do.
What? Let's see. So this, Beam Ro Mav, Beam Ro Mav.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. The word that I want you to draw out
Okay.
is just so happens to be one of the only. I know a handful of prayers, but this one I love the construction of this prayer. It's just
Okay.
amazing. Ve'ahavta,
Okay.
right? That one word, ve'ahavta.
Right.
That's awesome. Which would translate to, and you shall love. But this is how it breaks down.
Now, like I said, I'm going to get the vowels wrong,
That's okay.
and we should look this up more to be accurate. Okay.
Okay.
I'm about to lose power in my phone.
Is it Android?
Of course.
Yeah, here.
Hey, I love my Android.
Oh,
Okay.
you can plug it in with that.
Give me a second. chapter 6. Let's start with 5.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
And go to the Hebrew. And it's... Well, I didn't do too bad. I actually got it right. Okay. Use battery.
Sorry, guys.
All right. Now, this is grammar, and it's biblical grammar, and you don't find it in modern Hebrew grammar that I know of. And that is, you've got something called the vav hahipuch, which means the reversing vav.
Oh, vav conversive. That's how I've heard it called, yeah.
And that's what this is.
Gotcha.
So if you just have the word ahav ta, it's ahav, you loved. Mm-hmm. That's, believe it or not, a ta.
I thought it was you shall love. Okay. Oh no, that's what this. That's where this comes in.
See, this is you love, past tense.
Yeah.
The reversing vav, the vav hahipuch.
Got it.
What was your name for it?
Yeah, the vav conversive.
Vav conversive, which is the
very good
proper English name for that vav.
Okay.
Changes it from past tense to future tense. So even though it's ahavta, it's va'ahavta, and it pushes it to the future, and it's you shall love. This is you singular, which did we even get that?
The tav.
No, we didn't.
Okay, put it up top. Put it at the very top.
Right.
Above the yud.
All right. Oh, put it on the top?
Yeah, put it on the top, right above the yud.
So you had the tav, and you had the tav. Va'ahaft would be you feminine will love. Okay? But remember something.
Okay.
The Bible, in the biblical period, you had mixed genders. And I don't mean gender.
You might want to clarify that.
I mean, a word could sound like it's feminine, or it's what's the word? Referring to feminine when it wasn't, or referring to masculine when it was referring to feminine. You didn't get the linguistic separation. This is only for men. This is only for female. Mm-hmm. Until much later in the history of the language.
Right. Got it.
So in the Torah, you might have the word who referring to something that's feminine, and you have to know to pronounce it he.
Gotcha.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So this is another problem with modern English and our modern culture, which sees gender as a problem. Mm-hmm, so references to God become a problem if the references to God are only male. Well, in the Bible, they're not. In the Bible, in Isaiah 45th, 46th, somewhere around there, you have very explicit language about God where God has a womb. Mm-hmm. Because when you're talking about God who is purely spiritual, physical makes no sense.
Right.
Okay? And sex, is purely physical, so it makes no sense to use that when talking about God. The Shekhinah, the presence of God, is clearly feminine. It's not. We call God the rock of Sur Yisrael, the rock of Israel, right?
You got to put a hey on there now.
Do what?
I put a hey suffix on there now.
Oh, I don't have room.
I know.
What am I going to do?
You reminded me when you said Shekhinah or even TORAH.
Nobody can see that.
Right.
Okay, so.
That would be, go ahead and keep talking. Oh, here.
There we go. Now we have it. See, we should have a table, one of those fancy printed, because my handwriting really stinks.
Oh, okay.
But all right.
Gotcha.
But, now I forgot what I was saying.
Sorry about that.
God and, Sur
Feminine,
Yisrael,
masculine.
the rock of Israel.
Okay.
That's a name, a reference to God. Okay, but Sur is feminine. So if we use the word Sur Yisrael, rock of Israel, we're saying God is female? No, it has nothing to do with it. It's
interesting.
It's a modern division, I don't know what to call it, of our own modern culture that just didn't occur to people, and not until, look, I haven't been in Israel in 40 plus years. Okay, so when I was there, 40 years ago was the beginning or the late beginning of the feminist movement, Israelis were saying, this has nothing to do with language. This makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because and I'm not sure it makes any more sense now to them.
Okay.
Okay, but, all right, so yes. By the way, can I tell you something about this?
Certainly.
Which enters into, okay, let me find it.
By the way, phonetically, I'm not saying it's accurate, but phonetically, I would actually pronounce this last suffix like bimramav.
Yeah.
Like almost like saying alive. Bimramav.
No.
So the yod is silent?
Yeah.
Okay.
It becomes silent.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Okay.
I thought you had
Mav.
Yeah, mav, because
Yeah,
it's a ah.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Bimramav. Yeah, so it would be silent. Thank you for clarifying that.
Okay.
So that would take this guy. It has to be there, but you don't
All right.
pronounce it.
So let me ask you a question,
Okay.
remembering this.
Okay.
If I have the word okay, b-mo-tav.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, b.
In his death or in his dying?
Excuse me?
In his death? No.
Excuse me?
Moat is death or die, right?
What did we just say about this?
B'motav.
Which makes it...
The yud? I don't
The
remember.
yud makes it plural.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh,
and it's his... and
Death.
then
Oh, his deaths.
bingo.
Ah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because you've got...
There, Michaelson. There we go. Check.
B'motav.
1, 2. Okay.
Okay. Bet, mem, tav, yud, vav.
Okay.
The vav on the end is his.
Okay.
But the yud goes with the moat.
Sorry, this is really weird looking at this whole thing upside down the whole time. I just want to come over here and take. Oh, yeah, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I just don't want to look away from you. I just want to.
So, b'motav.
Okay.
Okay. The fact that this yud here means that the word moat, which means death, is plural deaths. Because what it really would be mo team.
Interesting.
So the mem is removed. The yud remains to show that it's a plural noun. The noun is plural. Death becomes deaths. And the end part is his, possessive.
And for all you people out there, counter missionaries, this is going to be very important to you because Isaiah 53, is that where you're looking?
53:9.
Isaiah 53:9, does it say in his death? It says in his deaths, plural.
Exactly.
Very cool. Very cool. Well done.
All
All right, we got about 2 minutes, Rabbi. We're going to wrap this baby up.
In his deaths,
Okay.
which of course for the counter missionaries out there means that Jesus would have to come back again and die again in order to fulfill that verse because it's plural deaths.
Right.
Right.
Yep, which is very interesting because now that makes more sense on. I know this is not on topic, but this is good for you guys. So in 53:9, in his death, well, that's the first half of that. The second half of 53:9 says he had done no violence and there was no something he had found in his lips, which is actually quoted again in Zephaniah chapter 3:13, and it specifically says the remnant of Israel. Now we're talking about more than one person here, so that plural deaths now could make more sense if you look at it that way. So anyway,
Okay, wait a minute.
Go for it.
I don't want to take too much time away, but let me see if I can find it.
Dory. Yep, I'm going to Dr. Mara. Don't worry.
That's what I thought. All right. I just have to show you this, which will drive you crazy.
Okay. It's deep.
I got to make sure I get all the letters right.
Fey. Nun, Yud. Hey. Oh, Stephania. Cool. Right.
But how did you call him?
Stephania.
How did you call him? You said Zephaniah.
Oh, the English, yes, but
Right. But
Zephaniah.
there's no Z. It's Tz.
Right.
So it's Zephaniah.
Right. Now, here's a cool kick, too, which I found was very interesting, is
I love when they do that.
Hey, I'm gonna
like
scoot around.
Zechariah is
Yeah.
Zechariah.
Right.
Right.
So this is something I find is kind of
Okay.
cool. I'm going to put it here because they can see it on the screen.
Okay.
So Tzefania, if I was going to spell it with the Hebrew emphasis, it would be TZ or TS, whatever.
Either one.
TS.
TZ.
EPHANIA, right?
Right.
Now watch this. STEPH. Swap that with a V. Right?
Or
is
even
it?
not.
Stephen.
Right.
Zephaniah could be the Hebrew word for Stephen.
You want to read a scary book?
No. But yeah, sure, what?
You want to read
Zephaniah.
a scary book?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm only saying it because you're expecting me to say that, so sure.
It's called The Word
Okay.
by Moses. I'm sorry.
You got
Sorry.
it mixed up.
Sorry. By Isaac Moshe son.
Oh, really? How cool.
Isaac Moseson. He wrote a book. It's called The Word.
Okay.
It's about that thick, okay, and about that tall. I mean, this is like a huge book.
Whoa.
He takes a look at English words from the perspective of their source, their root, the same way that we have Hebrew roots.
Okay.
Okay, and he shows that where a lot of people, linguists, etymologists, who look at the study of the origins of words, they think that English words come from German, Latin, or Greek, and he shows how they come from Hebrew.
Nice.
What he does, for example, there is a Southern habit, and it's Southern. It is not, although people associate it mainly with African Americans, it's not African American. It's actually a Southern thing, okay? And that is, I have a question to ask.
X.
Right. But what happens is
I've
look at
met
the
people
airflow.
that- yeah.
Okay, the airflow comes from the back to the front. The k is in the back, the s is in the front.
Yeah.
Okay, ax. It's not as natural a way of speaking to say ask, where the air is here and then in the back instead of the back to the front, because air comes out of your throat to the mouth to the air outside.
Right.
So it's a natural kind of thing to switch certain letters because of how the mouth is structured and how the air flows.
That's neat.
Okay?
Right.
But what does this do? What he does is he takes a look at certain words, and by taking two letters in English, two English letters out of an English word, and by flipping them like this, he comes up with the Hebrew word that means exactly the same thing.
Oh, wow.
It's really amazing.
That's neat.
Okay, flips in a word, or he'll use the laws of linguistics of how the mouth is structured to show. So, for example, what you did, okay, Tsephania,
Right.
okay, ts and s are the same place in the mouth. Linguists will tell you that if they're the same place in the mouth, then they are related sounds.
Right. Wow.
So, for example, how does the letter T sound and compared with the letter D? D, T, D, T,
Right.
D, T. It's the same place where your tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Okay? T, D, T, D. You see what I'm saying? So by taking a word in English, substituting a D for a T or a T for a D, then he comes up with the root letters
No
of the same
way.
meaning
Whoa.
in a Hebrew word.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
fascinating.
awesome.
And he shows that there are 23,000
Wow.
English words who are really derived from Hebrew words.
Which would make sense, the original language.
And because
Before
of the
Babel.
prejudice, I don't mean prejudice like anti-Semitism. It's prejudice because people tend to go to what they know. And he'll take a word like, if I say the word to you, you know something? After we finish here, I am amenable to eating. You heard the word amenable before?
No.
Oh, well, that doesn't work then. Okay. If you take a look at the word amenable,
Okay.
okay, let me do this. Okay. I'm really Okay.
I noticed that. It's okay.
Amen. Bull. Amenable.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Able to say amen to it.
What?
The word amenable means
Oh, that's-
agreeable.
Interesting.
I'm amenable to that.
Oh, I see.
am able to say amen. What is amen? I believe in it. I have faith in it, whatever. By the way, we didn't talk about, it doesn't matter. All right. But if you take a look at the word amenable, even though clearly the word amen is in it, in most dictionaries, it'll say it comes from the Latin mene, meaning something or other. When it's clearly able to say amen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Because people only think of Greek and Latin or German before they start thinking of Hebrew being derived from a Hebrew word.
Yep.
It's called The Word by Isaac Moseson. It's not beloved by the world's linguists, okay? It's not beloved by the world's etymologists, okay? The roots and source of words. But, you know, sometimes when it makes so much sense, it kind of claps you on the head that it's probably true.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
all right.
I love it. Rabbi, that was a fun show, man. We should do this every week.
Hey,
That means you would have to come down here every week. No, I guess you wouldn't have to. We could still.
yeah, well,
Hey, maybe you should consider we can do something similar like this that's viewable using your Skype, but you would.
but if I show it to
No,
them,
that wouldn't
it's gonna
work.
look reversed.
But I can reverse the camera. I can reverse anything on here. Yep. Just
You were so good at this.
just because it's fun. I'll just for fun. I'll show you exactly how to do it live on the air.
Well, that's okay.
Right? Too late. Here we go. Ready? Look at the screen.
Okay. Oh, is that funny?
Just like that.
But it didn't change the
That's because I didn't change that. I only changed the video camera. So
Oh, that's funny.
yeah. Anyway, so yep, that's it. So that was a good show. I really appreciate you helping me with that.
Yeah, well,
'Cause I was
here.
struggling. I was struggling pretty bad last week. That's for sure. It's refreshing to have somebody to help guide you along. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. We will be back in about an hour and 20 minutes with this guy, TNT. If you guys have a great topic that you would like to discuss, you can put it in this chat. I'll leave YouTube up after we stop the show, and I'll take a request on a single topic that we can discuss tonight in about an hour and a half with TNT
I
with
had
Rabbi
an idea for
Federow.
something I wanted to talk about, but it's not exactly taking a look at the New Testament, but we'll talk about it.
Okay. All right. Very good. So meanwhile, I'll keep an eye on chat. Y'all let me know. Thank you again once for tuning in. Deanna, thanks for all your work. Deanna was like, I say it all the time, she's my chief admin, and all I have to do is send her a text, and she just goes and starts putting stuff up everywhere and taking care of business. And I'm like, oh, she's like an extension of my brain. It's really awesome. Thank you, Deanna. We love you. And so we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Peace.
חשוב מכל חשוב והכרחי להיות ביחד. איפוק זו העוצמה, ויתור זו הגדולה, השאיפה והכמיהה. אני אתה אתם תמיד תמיד כולם ביחד. חשוב מכל חשוב והכרחי להיות ביחד. איפוק זו העוצמה, ויתור זו הגדולה, השאיפה